a student has asked कि when we are attempting mock, what should be the strategy? यहाँ पे तो मैंने बताया कि how do we use MCQs in our preparation, but when we are attempting mock, what should be the strategy? This is a very crucial, important question, because sometimes not having a proper strategy for attempting mocks hamper our preparation. हम mock attempt करते हैं and then we spend the entire day in going through everything which we are not able to do, and in the process our schedule gets behind and this happens. So generally देखो, if you will be doing this, if you will be doing MCQs in this manner, first of all you will know which are the areas which are important, which are the areas which are relevant, and then when you are attempting mocks, आप सब बहुत अलग अलग इंस्टीट्यूशंस अलग अलग अपने मॉक प्रीलिम्स मॉक इनिशिएटिव्स लेके आते हैं. LevelUp IAS also runs समीक्षा, which generally starts in May, but this year because exam is in May, we are planning to start it early. There will be 5 full syllabus test of GS and 5 full syllabus test of the CSAT also. So it would be starting somewhere in March, April. We'll announce it soon. But उसमें strategy क्या रहनी चाहिए? देखो, first thing that we should be clear about is before you go for these all India test, उससे पहले आपने अपने घर पे वो 3 stages पूरे किए हैं. Then when you are attempting this test, or here also, this mock test strategy will be applicable here also when you are doing this full syllabus test. सबसे पहले do these tests as if you are sitting in the examination 2 hours. I have seen some students who don't take these tests very seriously. वो बैठते हैं 1 घंटे में करते हैं, फिर अरे ठीक है, easy question था या बेकार questions है. If you have decided to attempt a paper, do it the way you would have done it in the preliminary examination. With full sincerity, full honesty, एक क्वेश्चन को ध्यान से पढ़ना, eliminate करना, सारी करना. Else don't do it. Because when you develop this attitude of not taking things seriously in the test, you end up not taking things, or this attitude comes into play even when you are attempting prelims paper. मत होने देना. जब भी एक टेस्ट आप लेके बैठे हो, इंश्योर कि आप 9:30 to 11:30 के बीच में बैठ रहे हो जीएस का टेस्ट लेके, 2:30 to 4:30 के बीच में बैठ रहे हो सीसैट का टेस्ट लेके. whenever you do that, ensure that you are following that regimen properly. कि यार in 2 hours I have to complete it. Ensure that एक बार complete होने के बाद टाइम बच रहा है. This may happen in the final examination also. You are going through those questions for which you haven't filled the bubble, and don't get up before 2 hours. Do all the things that you would have done in your examination. This is the first part. Do not take it lightly. Do not develop an attitude जहां पे you are ignoring or you are taking these tests very lightly. चाहे पेपर कितना भी खराब हो, कितनी भी मिस्टेक्स हो, कितना, वहां जब बैठ गए हो, assume you are sitting in the UPSC examination hall. Second, आपने टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट किया 2 hours में. सेकेंड थिंग दैट यू शुड डू इज यू शुड कैलकुलेट आपका स्कोर क्या है. You may be doing well, you may not be doing well. Then the questions that you made wrong or did not attempt, go through them not because उस पे बहुत रिसर्च करना है. Go through them, like go through that question. You will only have 2 hours for this, 10 minutes for this, and 2 hours for this. You should not be giving more than 4 hours, 4.5 hours to a paper. अब देखो, जो क्वेश्चंस आपने गलत किए या फिर आपको आते ही नहीं थे, because you have done your preparation properly, you have covered standard sources, you have covered PYQs. In spite of that, when you made something wrong, if this something wrong was of some fundamental area, वापस अपने नोट्स में जाके वो एरिया मार्क करो, ये मैंने गलत कर दिया है, गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए, वो एरिया रिवाइज करो. इंश्योर करो कि फ्यूचर में you will not do that mistake again. In the same way, you may have done some attempting error. You were trying to mark B, but you marked C. In your head, you were thinking of answer to be D, but you marked A. उन सारी गलतियों को आइडेंटिफाई करो, एंश्योर करो इन द नेक्स्ट टेस्ट यू विल नॉट बी डूइंग. मेक, if you keep on doing these corrections, your attempt will improve. But then there will be some areas which are non-fundamental. वो कुछ भी उठा के पूछ लिया है क्योंकि उनके करंट अफेयर्स मैगजीन में था उस इंस्टीट्यूशन के, उन्होंने उठा के कुछ भी घुस घुस के पूछ लिया है, उसका बस सॉल्यूशन रीड करके छोड़ देना. Do not start sometimes what students end up doing is they start studying new material, they start adding more things. No, only do those things for basic areas, core areas. Don't do these things for fringe areas, because please understand, जो 99.9% of the knowledge है उसे मैं fringe area बोल रहा हूं. क्यों बोल रहा हूं? Because chances of overlap of questions from those areas is very less. Chances of overlap of questions from 0.01%, जिससे 80% the 0.01% of the syllabus from which we get 80% of the question. Chances of overlap from that area from those portion is very high, and that is something that we need to emphasize upon. तो जो नॉन फंडामेंटल एरिया होता है ना, उसको बस पढ़ो, उसका सॉल्यूशन देखो, जितना समझ में आ जाता है ठीक है. अगर आपको लगता है कोई इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट है, इफ यू कैन ऐड इट इन योर नोट्स, ऐड इट एंड लीव इट. While revision in the third stage, you may look at in this third stage you may look at that PYQ again once, but do not do a lot of research. Do not try to spend an entire day in studying some new concept of science and technology which you think is very fringe and बस उनको पूछना था तो पूछ लिया है. Don't do that. Okay, so this should be, and you only take 2 hours for this evaluation, this investigation or introspection about what went wrong, what went right, what went wrong, and value addition in your notes. Not more than that. Do not spend days and days. अपनी proper strategy रखो पढ़ने की, and stick to that. So when you will attempt the test, ensure कि you have 4-5 hours. 2 hours for seriously attempting the test, 10 minutes for evaluating it, and another 2 hours for going through the solution of it and understanding if there are some basic areas that you may have missed.